Hey, good morning, good morning. Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome. You guys do me a favor. I can already see the shares going out, so let me say thank you for that already. Grand Rising, Celeste. Hope you got those connections that I made for you last week. Clarissa, good morning. DJ Phil, good morning. Go. And Jay, cousin Jay, Chuck, what's up? Hello. Rolita, good morning. Shanti and Gogo, Celeste and Ursula, good morning. Hey guys, it is a beautiful, bright day. Let me tell you, I rested. I worked a lot on Saturday, let me tell you. And then yesterday, I shut everything down, shut the shop down. I was done. It was awesome. So hopefully you guys got the same. You might hear a little bit of raspiness in my voice because I just really was good to me this weekend. And hopefully you guys take the time to do the same as you are going out there and creating positive impact and building your business and all that. I really hope you take the time to get some really deep restorative rest. It's necessary, okay? So to all my replayers, good morning and good evening, or wherever you are, hello, and welcome. Thank you so much for coming back. I don't take it lightly that you would think enough of this broadcast to come back. I'm here Monday through Friday, right around 8:30, running a little bit. I'm not even gonna say I was running late, y'all, because I really don't feel like I was late, even though I wasn't here right at 8:30. But I had to get my morning dandelion coffee. What do you guys drink? You guys drink coffee or tea? Let me know. Coffee or tea? Who votes for coffee? Who votes for tea? Mine is this interesting combination. It's actually dandelion coffee. I've been off caffeinated, like coffee bean coffee, since November, since the surgery. And my body doesn't even miss it anymore. It's awesome. It's awesome. So today is Keep Your Money Monday. Keep in mind, guys, that today at noon from 12 to 12:30, I'll be available in my Zoom room, my Zoom office. The link to that is there in the description. So if you want to come on by, it's absolutely free. It's basically a Q&A session. Time to time, I may actually have a curriculum and teach a little something having to do with attraction marketing, online marketing, writing books, all that kind of good stuff. That's what I do. If you're just joining and you don't know, that's what I do and who I am. So let's get to sharing this out. And I'm going to jump right into the content. Let's see. We got some comments. Let me see if I can scroll down. Hey, Ella G, how are you this morning, love? Hey, Danielle, how are you? Let's see. CBD coffee. They have CBD coffee. They got CBD everything. Wow. CBD coffee and tea with mushrooms, turmeric, and other goodies. Wow. That sounds serious business right there. Okay. All right. So here we go. Today being Keep Your Money Monday. You guys know I always want to give you a tip on Mondays about how to preserve and keep your money. Hey, Josh, how are you, my love? So I was reading some of Russell Brunson's work. I'm like almost always reading Russell Brunson stuff. Right now I'm reading Expert Secrets and a couple of other books, but Expert Secrets is kind of like in the bedrock of what I'm reading right now. And he always says you're one funnel away, which I absolutely believe, but I put a little twist on that so that it kind of lines up with what I'm doing and what I have experienced. And that is, you are only one book away. You're one story away from totally, completely transforming your life. And to be honest, you guys, some of you heard me say this before, I'm not doing what I do to help make best-selling authors. And you probably think, Sabir, you're like shooting yourself in the foot. How could you tell some people that you're not in it to make them be Amazon best-selling authors, because I'm not. And I'm just telling you the truth, completely transparent. It might happen. I know there's the little things you can do, the little manipulations to the AI within Amazon that you can do to create a best-selling book. But let me tell you what is most important to me, honestly, because I know a lot of best-selling authors who ain't selling no books after they get that designation, right? They're not doing anything with the book except it's sitting on their shelf. To me, there's a much higher calling with a book than just getting some Amazon to say, oh, you're a bestseller, okay? To me, this is just my philosophy, the philosophy of the business I'm building. It doesn't have to be the same for you. And if you want that author best-selling thing and guaranteed, then I may not probably be the person for you, and that's okay. But still, I want to give you information that if you're writing a book, can help you, okay? So to kind of put your mind in a different place, I believe that, and my experience has been, not just my personal experience with the 2 books that I have been involved with self-publishing for, but also my students and other people that I've seen. The higher calling is that a couple of things happen. You get increased confidence, and all of this stuff are things you need to have in place to actually go out and build your business, to actually go out and have impact, to do the other things you want to do, right? Confidence, it increases your self-confidence. That's what I have found. If any of my students are on here and you have felt increased confidence from even just being in the process of writing your book. Some of my students that are in right now, they're getting ready to have their book launch in June. They're not even complete yet. But I bet you, I know for a fact, because I talk to them every day, they all feel an increased confidence just from being in the process of actually writing a book, of seeing this go from an idea, right? Just from this idea that's out there in your head and in the world, it's just out there, and being able to actualize it, to make it real, to make it concrete, something, a book with your name on it, with your words in it, with your story in it, increases your confidence. Going through that process, because it's not easy. It's not easy. It ain't hard, but it takes some discipline. Okay, number 2, finding your voice. So increased confidence, finding your voice. You'd be surprised how many people come to me and they're like, I don't know what my purpose is. I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't know what I want to do in here. If you start writing, if you start going into a process, especially in a community, I'm not saying this is going to be your end all be all, the purpose of your life. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying that things will start to reveal themselves as you get in process, as you start getting into motion, moving forward on these things. Okay? You'll start to live a vision that has been tucked away for probably years. So many of my students tell me, Sabir, I have wanted to write this book. It's been in my head for at least 10 years, 5 years, 20 years. And they hadn't done it, right? But as they start the writing process, they start to remember what their vision has been, and they start actually living from their vision. Guys, if I have said even one thing of value, please don't keep me a secret. Please go ahead, take a second, share this video out so that other people can benefit from it. Oops, sorry about that, guys. All right, so understanding your purpose, knowing your purpose, writing your next book. You'd be surprised. I had one student, she signed up to do one book. In the matter of 3, well, let's say it was probably 4 or 5 months. She actually wrote 3 books, 2 of which went all the way to being published, self-published. In the time allotted in my process for one book, she got so excited and realized, oh my God, I'm a writer. She wrote 3 books and published 2 in the amount of time that I'd given them to do one book. So if you're a writer, if you've got books and books inside of you, just from starting to write the one book, the others will start to line up and give you their ideas. Okay? All right. So the next thing is you'll become consistent, especially if you're in a community of writers or community of people who are writing, even if they don't identify as writers. You become consistent in your writing. So let's say you are a business owner and you know that you need to create content for your community because community is king. That's something I read this week, and I might do a video on that this week. Anyway, I digress. Yeah, so that's what starts to happen. Hang on. You get consistent. You start trusting yourself. Can you guys tell me if these sound like attributes you might want to have if you are going to go on and build a business? Might it be helpful for you to trust yourself and to know that you trust yourself? The next one is overcoming the fear of moving forward. That's another thing I found. My students, all of a sudden, their feet start to go forward, right? Their knees start to bend. They start moving in other areas of their life just by doing this, focusing on this one area for a few months. Okay? Some people have begun a life of travel. Why? Reese, for instance, she's not one of my students in the book process, but in my marketing process. So she wrote and self-published her book. And then she started traveling. She went back home to the West Indies, and she's been asked to come and present her children's book at different places. So she started to actually travel with her business because she's writing, right? And knowing the next most important step, the next most appropriate step in your business. Right? Things just start to get clear, guys, when you get in motion, especially when you get in motion on something that you are passionate about, something that you believe in, something that you have always wanted to do. Hey, do you guys have your own song to come into? You should wake up on a Monday to your own music. I love it. I love it. I love it. I digress again. You can do that when you got your own broadcast. You can go back and forth. But anyway, guys, I just want to celebrate you. I want to celebrate everyone who's telling their stories, who's writing their book, who's creating content that inspires, encourages, teaches other people. And yes, content that you can actually exchange for cash, right? Nothing wrong with that either. Create all the content and do all kinds of wonderful things with it. But guys, I'm telling you, if you're having a problem creating content consistently, if you're having problem being able to see your vision and all that, I'm telling you, you start writing. And I'm not saying you necessarily have to join my process and start with me, although if you want to, you can. We're full right now, but we're gonna, I'm gonna open that back up in June. It's awesome. It's awesome. And if you don't know how, guys, remember I have a lunch and learn every Monday. It's free, Monday at noon. So come and join me on my Zoom, in my Zoom class, okay? So tell yourself the truth. And the truth is that somewhere deep inside of you, you're probably unsure of what your purpose is, right? You're probably sitting somewhere between I'm not enough and I'm too much. Nobody wants to hear my story, or, my story is just so over the top and drama. I've been through so much in my life. I just don't know where to start. Either end of those polarities, both of those spectrums, are you're just being focused on you. I'm saying focus on getting the ideas out. Focus on getting one lesson out, one episode in your life. And what did you learn by that one episode? Just focus on that, not how you're feeling about too much or not enough, and who cares? I just want you to start moving, to get the words out, to start to get the stuff flowing so that the rest of your business can start to open up. There's a lot more benefits. I gave you 10 today, but there's so many benefits to writing. and especially to taking it all the way to the point where you actually write a book. David is on here. David is one of my students who wrote a book, and I'm going to tell you this. I don't know what the necessarily the connection is, but I noticed, and David, you tell me if you saw this too. So he has a brick and mortar karate studio in here in Maryland, Stires Martial Arts, right? And so he was, doing his thing and promoting his business, and his business was definitely growing. But something interesting happened after he wrote his book and put it out there for people. All of a sudden, people started coming to his studio, not necessarily because he wrote a book, because all the people that were coming weren't from the book. They were from other marketing endeavors that he's doing. But what I'm telling you guys is something happens in the universe. Something happens energetically between your relationship and whatever you have out here in creation as a creator, right? And all of a sudden, he starts signing up new students for his business left and right. And I think it is because, this is my personal opinion, he got moving with a vision that he had been holding for a long time, and it allowed other maybe resistance that he may have had mentally or emotionally or on whatever plane that may have kind of like energetically been holding people back from him. When he actually accomplished this big goal of writing a book, all of a sudden, all of these other people started coming to him that didn't even know he had a book out there. You guys, it's an amazing process to self-publish a book, not for the purpose of becoming the best-selling author who's got a bunch of books sitting on their shelf, but for becoming an author, period. For taking your business to another level, period, right? Reverend Danielle says, yes, it does. Following through clears the path. That's the formula right there. Following through simply clears the path for you guys. It's like moving obstructions. So move this big boulder, something that you've been dreaming about for a long time. Move that out of the way, and all kind of other stuff will begin to flow to you, flood to you. Your business will grow, guys. It's all about intention. It's all about intention. And I bet you, I wonder, it would be an interesting experiment to see if you wrote a book without the intention. No, I'm sorry, with the intention only to become a best-selling author. Like, my intention is to become a best-selling author. And that's as far as you took your intention to become a best-selling author. I would bet $1 to a donut that you would, that was funny right there. I don't even know what kind of sense that makes, but it was illiterate. So there you go. I like alliteration. Anyway, that you would indeed become a best-selling author for that 24 hours. But then what would your impact be after that? Right? If the expanse of your intention is, I want to become a best-selling author. So boom, you become a best-selling author in 24 hours, 48 hours, whatever. And then after that, nothing. Because you didn't allow yourself to actually have a bigger vision, which is why I say, guys, if you focus on the bigger vision, 9 times out of 10, that you did chuckle, Donna. Good. I made you laugh. Good morning, Ray. If you focus on the bigger intention, I bet you anything, the best-selling author status will come just as a byproduct. And that's because you're out there about bigger things in life than some, digital badge that you get on Amazon. And it means a lot. Yes, it does carry weight in terms of how people perceive you as an entrepreneur and perceive you as an authority. All of that is true and valid. But there's bigger impact you can make if you choose, okay? So what I'm saying is it's okay not to know your purpose when you start writing. It's perfectly okay to have no idea what your purpose is. Keep writing anyway, okay? Just choose one one chapter in your life, one experience that you had, and write about it. Write about that thing that you know deeply impacted you. Okay, write what you learned. Write how your perception changed a little. Write about what confused you or is still confusing you. Write, begin the movement. Okay, everything else will come to the surface. Your next steps will show up. The next person you're supposed to work with shows up. Clients and customers start to show up. But honey, they're not going to show up if you don't show up. They're just not. They're just not. You got to face your fear. You got to face your procrastination, not yours. It's the. You got to face the fear. You got to face the procrastination. You got to face the I don't have a voice right now, or I don't think I have a voice right now. I don't think I have a vision. I don't know what my vision is. I don't know what my purpose is. So what? Get bold. Pick up a pen. Pick up a notepad. Go to your computer, whatever. Open that bad boy up and just start typing. I don't care if you start typing blah, 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 blah. If that's how it comes out at first. Eventually, guess what? The words will come. The memories will come. The lessons you learned will come. The book will come. And the impact that you make in the world will come. Okay? So, thank you so much, guys. I want to remind you that today at 12 to 12:30, I do a Monday marketing lunch and learn, absolutely free. The link is in the description. So if you want to come and ask questions, have me show you some tools, whatever the case may be, just pop in, and wherever the group wants to go is where we'll go, as long as I'm able, right? If I don't know the answer to what you ask, I'll jot it down and I will go and find it for you and bring it back, okay? Gogo says, that has been the message from my guides. They won't come if you don't come forward. There you go. Hey, Renee, how are you? Hey, Nina, good morning. Yeah. Just energetically, guys, they won't know you're there. Like, you got to start making a blip on the screen. You got to start you got to start doing something. You got to take that step. You got to, don't get me started. I'm getting up on a pedestal here and it's been almost 20 minutes. So guys, I'm going to go. I'll be back tomorrow. Thank you for the shares, the love, the like. I appreciate the support. Again, come today at 12, from 12 to 12:30. If you've got marketing questions about self-publishing, attraction marketing, how to do that, anything of that nature, I'm going to be there for you. Click the link. It'll register you, and it'll let you into the room, let you into the space at 12:30, at 12 o'clock, from 12 o'clock to 12:30. What else we got going on? We got a book launch June 6th with my students. That's a Thursday. That's going to be 9 o'clock. I'll put all that information out. And the next cohort will be starting in June. So if you're interested, that's going to be available as well. So that's it, guys. Those are all the announcements. That's what I have to say for you today. And I'm so grateful that you're here. Last thing I just remembered, if you are not connected with me yet and you want to be, please send me a friend request. Okay, send me a friend request, and I'll make sure to accept. And send me a DM if you have any questions that you don't want to pose here in the thread. All right, guys, create a beautiful day. Remember, you are only one book away. You're only one book away from your business completely opening up to you. You guys create a beautiful day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.